Hello, viewers. How are you? My name is Mudassar Majeed, and I am working over here in Pakistan as an English teacher in different education institutions. I'm working at GC University Faisalabad for last 8 years. At the same time, I'm also associated with a different institution where I'm teaching, English subject. So in this regard, I'm also an anchor person. I'm used to host a program at TV channel. So the name of that TV channel was Festival TV. And before that, there was a name TV channel was Chaudhari TV. So this is somehow my short introduction for your audience. Might be Madam Dannelle right over here. So she will be sharing with her Facebook wall page. So that time, a lot of audience get attracted. So that time, just need to introduce myself. Therefore, I have introduced for your audience, for your convenience as well. So I have introduced in this in regard, as you know, that I used to invite a distinguished and most prestigious guest in this program, StreamYard program. So let's start. So in this way, today I have a distinguished guest in this regard. That today I have a special guest, Madam Dannelle Boyles from USA, and she is an educator, she's an artist, and a poetess as well. So in this regard, Madam, how are you, ma'am? And please introduce yourself before my audience because my audience need to get to know about you. So please
Yes,
share introduction.
absolutely. Hi, it's very wonderful to be here today. I'm very excited for the opportunity to meet with you and speak with you and get to know you and have you get to know me. I'm Dannelle Boyles. I'm in the United States. I, excuse me, I wear many different professional hats. I'm an educator, a writer, a humanitarian, global speaker, and I'm also an artist. And on top of that, I'm a mom.
Okay, that's great. So you have, versatility in this regard. You're just occupying a lot of professions. That you're also a teacher, you are also a poet, an artist, and
Mhm.
performing multiple duties at the same time. As Virginia Woolf, the same, no, different writers. My Angelou used to say that women in America has to do a lot of work. So in this regard, the same is the same thing with you, that you're also performing multiple jobs. So that's a great, but somehow it is based on the interest of the people as well, that you are performing for your own liking. So it is not somewhat compulsion on you that you have to perform. It is about your own personal life, and you are going to leading in a very happiest way. So, madam, that as you know that we are going to talk about the topic on which a lot of audience they are familiar with that as well. That importance of training in our lives. So it is a
Mhm.
very debatable topic on which we're going to have a discussion. What is the importance of training in our life? So, as you know, training is indeed essential and for personal and professional growth. So, in this regard, today I'm going to ask you the very first question, that is, how does training improve our skills and knowledge, and what benefit does it bring to our career? So, in this regard, please get the answer to the very first question that I have forward to you.
Yeah, absolutely. I personally feel like the need for training in our lives it reflects in all different areas, not just professionally, but socially, and for things that are associated with hobbies and outside interest. You know, anything that we want to get better at, we have to do some sort of training on, whether it's formal or educational. And you know, like I said, socially, social skills take a particular type of training as well. Not everybody has the natural ability to have flowing social skills. I work with special needs students, and so they need social training as well, just like education. So anywhere in our lives that we want to see improvement requires self training, and that requires a self regulation to want to have the need and desire to learn.
Okay, so that's great. So as you have mentioned over here, the different aspects based on the training, so it's very essential. So nobody can deny it. But here, when a man born in this world, in this universe, so he is trained by the mother, father, and the rest of the family members. So all of them,
Mhm.
they are just trying to provide them a training. So training start from the very beginning when a man or any a new baby born in this universe. That time training starts. So training goes till the last. So in this way, we cannot deny about that. But here, training is just need to trim and just need to enhance the capability and capacity. Might we do not know about those, but whereas other people might have some idea about the things. So in this regard, you know that this that of a mentor provides some sort of assistance in this
Mhm.
regard. So and like you people providing on humanitarian grounds, such type of mentor like you providing some sort of assistance based on the things. So it's I would feel definitely rewarded. You are not rewarded by the human, but rewarded by the God. So definitely you're providing some sort of assistance to the people. So, Madam, the second question that I would like to put forward over here, that is, what role does training play in building confidence and self-esteem, and how does it impact our personal growth? So, what is your
Oh,
opinion regarding this?
very much. And I talk about this a lot. And building confidence requires the practice of um, self development. And the more that you do something, the more you become confident in it. And that means, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone of what you normally are used to, and um, learning new skills and learning new things about yourself, and then implementing that into different areas in your life. Sorry, I think we have a very slow connection. My internet
There is
is
some
my
yes,
internet is
okay,
lagging.
Doctor. So please carry on. Give answer. Please give answer. Second question that I have put forward you about the training. What role does the training play in the building confidence? In this way, is try to give the answer.
Yes, I'm sorry. You're the audible.
The second question that I put forward. Okay,
Yes, I
now I
can't.
just
I
ask you
can't
about
hear what.
your confidence that after training that we get the confidence level. So please give an answer regarding this. That what role does training play building confidence and self-esteem? How does it impact on personal growth?
Yeah, well, I mean, it has everything to do with personal growth, because the more confidence that you have in yourself, the more likely you are to be able to extend yourself out of your comfort zone. Those that have low self confidence tend to stay in what is referred to as like the shallow waters, and not going to where things are deeper. And that means no growth. If you're not able to step out of your comfort zone and have a little bit more confidence instilled in you and in yourself, then you're not going to have the confidence to be able to try new things. And that impacts your personal growth very much. And it doesn't matter if it's professionally or personally. And that's not just extending and training, it's conscious training as well. Being able to extend yourself in the mind and thought process of moving out of your area of comfort. It all reflects on every part of it.
Okay, that's great. So as you know that how does training enhance the productivity and efficiency, and what are the benefits for our organization? How does it improve the standard of the organization as well?
Well, I mean, like I have, different things in my profession, and just like anybody, that this reflects on is the more you do something and practice it, the better you become at it. My art, for example, is one of those things, and writing is that once you establish a particular type of style, then you can complete it very quickly. And in most of my art pieces, I have a particular art style that I have trained myself to do. And so I can complete a piece of artwork in literally like half the time that it would typically take, because I'm very familiar consciously with that style because I've practiced it a lot. And so the more you practice something, the more you become comfortable with it, and the more comfortable you are with doing it.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Definitely that happens something like this. So
Yeah.
definitely
As far,
trainings are really matters. The training really play a vital role in enhancing the capability and for the personal growth as well. So, what are the different types of training available, most probably available on online and offline as well? So, would you like to elaborate over here? Whether sometimes training is provided online. So, what is your opinion regarding this? That whether that is a handy.
As far as training, there's so many different ways that you can go about it. Most people are very college and university extended education focused, which is great. You know, it's wonderful to be able to go to college, and it's wonderful to have the extended education. But there's a lot of people that perhaps don't have it in their ability to go to college, or you know, I have a lot of special needs people that I've worked with that they don't have the ability to go to college, but they have the ability to do certifications and take extended education. So there's many certifications online that you can do, that are training courses that are work at your own pace, which in this day, that kind of learning is very important because we all live very busy lives socially. Most people have to work and work hard. You know, there's not many breaks in life. So being able to do education or extended training or certification on your own pace is a big bonus to be able to extend your knowledge. Um, there's summits, there's conferences, there's, you know, like one thing that I do through a couple of the organizations that I work with is master training programs. And it's like, I don't know, it's like a few days, you know, a few hours that is dedicated to specifically speaking and training on very specific things that you want to learn. And then, you know, you gain more knowledge on that, whether you want to use it for your own personal use or to extend your professional abilities. So there's all different kinds of ways that you can extend your knowledge and your education.
Yes, definitely. I feel that most probably every year training is provided to different situations. It doesn't mean that they are not well trained, they are unaware of the situation. But the thing is that the latest techniques, which most probably are updated every year. In this way, they are being they are well aware of the things that new technology is being developed. As you know, that artificial intelligence, ChatGPT is in this way. People are just not learning in this regard. They're curious to learn more and more things. You know, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
teachers who are having the age of 50 plus, but they are unable to, they do not know properly how to use the late technology, use the technology in appropriate way. So in this way, I feel that guidance, training is
Mm-hmm.
very much essential in this regard. They should be provided some sort of assistance. So I think it has to be started in different, already being started, but here in this in the education sector, training should be
Mm-hmm.
started properly so that the teachers may get to know about what are the latest trends in teaching and how they can learn about the latest trends and pedagogical competence, how they can achieve. So all about that. So they'll be learning a lot of things from that. It doesn't mean just with the fun and entertainment and get together with the collaboration of the different colleagues. In this way, they learn a lot of things. So I feel that being part of it because I'm just got recent training from the different trainers. So in this way, like in fun and excitement and happiness, though summer is very hot here in Pakistan, but still we are going and just attending the classes or training sessions. So in this way, we're learning the latest techniques. So
Mm-hmm.
even though we have a session with the other professors and doctors, so in this way, I feel that such types of a training session should be conducted. So in this way, innovation and a new knowledge, which is most probably trends are set up, and we learn a lot of things. As you know that Oxford Dictionary, every year it is formulated, formation. So new words are added. So in this way, we are unable to get to know about those words. So when we get with some idea about this is a new word in the vocabulary, so we get to know about it and we learn things that here we can use that particular word in that capacity. So in this way, I feel training is very much needed in this regard to cope up the situation, upcoming trends, latest techniques, diversity, variability. So a lot of things I feel that going on, and definitely it's
Hmm.
happening. So, madam,
Yeah.
what do you think that what are the long-term effects of training have on the different organization? And in this regard, you also want to put forward. Sorry to cut you off over there. You want to speak something about things. So, what would you like to
No,
extend your ideas?
you're
Okay, you
fine.
can
You're
extend at the
fine.
same time. Okay, so you can also give that second answer as well.
Yeah, your audible
So
key,
please
your
extend
audio
your
keeps
thoughts
cutting out.
based on the things.
Yeah, your audio keeps cutting out. Now, I feel like taking the route of doing certifications, like in I do certifications every year in education to keep me up to par, for what I need to know to work with my students or how to manage crisis situations. And then with my holistic practice that I do, because I'm a holistic practitioner, I'm constantly taking new certifications to improve my knowledge, whether it has to do with meditation or somatic breathing, guided meditation. And right now, I'm currently taking an NLP practitioner course and I'm taking a hypnotherapy course. And so, although I'm already developed and educated in certain aspects, there's always new practices to educate ourselves in. I'm constantly looking for new things to learn, and I'm also still taking an art therapy course. So it's very important to continue your growth and learning.
As you know that you're teaching as you know you're teaching over there in USA. Well, I mean, how do you provide a training to your teachers? Because being a prestigious a teacher over there in your institution where you're teaching, so how do you provide some sort of assistance and trainings to your teachers? Whether you provide every year or whether it is based on the sessions.
Hmm. Well, the certifications I get are a little bit different than a teacher's, because I am a special education workforce placement trainer and case manager. So I work with all special needs students and managing their cases for as they're moving through high school to learn how to have careers and adapt to being out in society and the learning process of working and socializing on an adult level. So my certifications are a little bit different, but they do trainings every year. Teachers, all staff, certified, non-certified, they all go through particular trainings just to keep everyone aware of different processes and things, how they're handled.
Okay, so that's great. It means that the same criteria is being happening over there, but in this different. So on the whole, the things, our techniques are, when you're living in USA, so definitely you might have some prior knowledge, as most probably here in Pakistan, India, and other countries don't have as much, preference as most probably you people have in your own country. So in this way, people in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, these are the different countries on which, and in this way, they're just trying to learn latest trends in teachings. In this way, I like to have a session with a different, people from Australia, Canada, USA, and other countries from Europe as well. So in this way, I just get to know about how the teaching trends they're most probably applying in their institutions, and how we people are just going through. They just are trying to have some sort of uh, glimpse of the things, that how the things are going forward and going on there in USA, Australia, and Canada, and other countries, and how we people
Hmm.
are going on in this way. The types of research has done over there in the field of education. So how does it play? How does a role it play in enhancing the capability and the capacity of the teachers and the learners as well? So in this way, we are in Pakistan. We're trying to our level best to improve the standard of teaching.
Hmm.
At the same time,
Yeah,
need to
I feel like.
this regard, teachers trainings are being conducted
Hmm.
in different session off and on. But most probably, I feel that, and especially in summer in Pakistan is very much hot. So in this way, So in this regard, we have 2.5 summer vacation. So students are off. So in this regard, teachers are called in the institution. Their time training, they are being trained properly. Then here you need to teach this and that. So these are things, how the things are going on in Pakistan. So you might have a different criteria
Hmm.
in USA. So this is somehow,
Yeah,
as madam, as I was just getting some idea about you, as you told me that you're an artist and you're a poetess as well. So would you like to tell me something about your background based on being an artisan, like an artist? So which types of which type of artist you are, and which types of things do you like to produce?
sure. I've done art since I was young. I've always painted. I've always done writing. I've taken part in different media. I draw, pencil, charcoal. But my biggest and most important media that I use is acrylic, and um, I mostly do abstract. And a lot of my artwork is geared towards energy, um, which is it takes a little bit of a spiritual and open-minded concept to understand like how it relates to the human emotional factor, but everybody can relate to how they feel whenever they look at art. um, and so whenever I do my artwork, it really transcends that notion. I've done many shows. I've been in galleries. I'm in one currently here at home. That's called Empowered, and the reception for that is Saturday. I'm a muralist here. I've done a 15-foot wall mural that is on the side of a business. I've done a couple of smaller murals, um, and I just really am just connected to being emotionally connected to art, and energetically connected to art. I have one right here if you want to see it. I always have them nearby.
Oh wow, great!
You
So
can't
this is
see
your
the whole thing.
your artwork. This is your artwork. Okay,
Yeah,
that's great.
that's one of mine. But I use the paint that I use is multi-bodied, so it's a thinner and thicker texture. So I get the different variables. Like if you were to touch it, it's very textured and like sensory inducing. So it's very, very
That's
oh,
great.
I'm
That's
trying to
great.
think of the
Really great.
word. It's it's
Great,
very
great
sensory
artistic work, I would say,
inducing.
because artist has own way to think. So in this way, whatever he thinks have definitely his own world, and where whatever he
Hmm.
feels, he tries to portray it over there in the form of on a paper or wherever it is, the things are provided to them. So in this way, it's no artist, poet, writer, somewhat like educator. It's all a very sensitive professions, most probably adopted it. So it's
Yeah, every artist
really
is different. Yeah. Yeah. Like I absolutely adore realism and being able to do portraits, and I've tried to encompass that talent, and I've done a few, but that's not what I'm good at. That my brain is not engaged in that type of work. Like it takes a very specific concept consciously to be able to follow through with that type of design, whereas abstract is very easy for me. Like I can throw down an abstract painting very quickly, just in a matter of hours.
okay. So that's
Are you
great.
creative? Do you write, or do you do painting, or?
Yes, definitely. I used to write poetry, as you like to write poetry. I definitely will be having another section based on your poetry. So definitely a piece of some verses there from your book. So definitely you will be sharing with our audience, and a lot of audience would get attracted, because a lot of audience whom I just got connected on Facebook. So they most probably they are artists, they are poets, they are writers. So in
Hmm.
this way, they like such type of people who are based on who are artists, who
Yeah.
like to perform different types of things. In this way, a teacher, artist, writer, as I'm also working as a angry person. So in this way, I just look the things another way. Something like I used to invite the guest and like to conduct different sessions. I like to ask different questions based on his personality. That what is how you can become influencer for the others. How the people
Hmm.
can get motivated from you. What are the things that you have? How you are. How you can be inspiration. How your motivation is for others, how
Yeah,
you can be an inspiring personality for the others. In this way, we are just going on asking the people, get to know how the things people are going on. So
absolutely.
I love to discover. I love to have it. The things people are having, the good points are some of the prestigious aspects they're having in their character. Like to get it to know and try to adopt it in my own personality. This is what
Hmm.
I'm trying to have a session with the foreigner, the different countries. So in this way, just to get to know about how the people are leading their life and how we people are leading their life.
Hmm.
So what is the gap and how we can just handle the gap, how we can just minimize the gap. So in this way, we're trying to
Yeah.
go working on it, and definitely people like you are providing some sort of assistance, regardless of the things that we are living in Pakistan, but still you're providing some sort of assistance to them. As I used to know that just got connected with you on Facebook, so I got a few at Rehan Allah Wala School's kids. You are getting attached with that, and they are conducting interviews of you. They are asking you some questions, very lenient questions, and you are trying to give the answers. It's not somewhat like I would say I would reward, God would reward you, because that time kids, they just want to want to explore the things, and people like you providing some sort of a channel to them,
Wow.
that hey, we are over here, please conduct interviews. In this way, they are happy that at least we
Oh,
have done an interview of an artist.
yeah.
Education is
The
at the top.
conversations that I have with them, some of the students, they have such in-depth questions, and I love it, because I'm used to speaking very in depth, and I'm used to speaking with a very conscious mind. And so I'm always afraid that I'm going to like over explain something, or that I'm going to give them a too difficult of an answer, because it's you know eh, they're young people, but they're learning, and they're so smart. And the Rayhan Institute, I absolutely adore them and everything that they do. I hope someday to visit them. But they're the way that they educate these kids, and the free range learning that they allows them the ability to enhance their own intelligence in their own way. And I absolutely love that. I wish they would institute that type of learning here in the United States. So many of the schools are boxed into, this is how you learn things, and this is what you know, and this is, and that's it. And but yeah, when I've done, I don't know, I probably have done, I haven't even kept count. I think I've done like 25 interviews with their students and staff, and
Yes, yes.
every
I was seeing your Facebook, and in this way, I just got to know about you sharing with the small kids of us, grade
Mhm.
seven, grade eight, and students, and some of the teachers. So it's a great. I would say they are really inspiring. They are trying to get motivated, and students, they are
Yeah, they
learning.
are. They're very
Maybe
inspirational.
let's say the kids like grade seven, they also they used to do the same thing over there. You say somewhat like different. They different to do the different activities.
Hmm.
So what is your opinion? What do you say about that? In USA, students like to have to conduct interviews, or somewhat like they like to perform different activities. As the students, they are given a task to conduct interview of these, celebrities or somewhat like poet or artist. So they are in USA at grade seven and grade eight students. What rather they do the same thing, like they conduct interviews, or they have to perform different other tasks. What is your
No,
opinion?
I feel like education here has really it's taken a turn for not the good, not best. I've worked in education for 20 years, so I see firsthand, how things are handled, and implemented. And the students here are bored. They're bored. And that's the bottom line. They're bored with education. They're bored with what they're doing in school. And they need something new. They need to have newer standards and newer ways of implementing education into their day. You know, we don't learn by being lacked in inspiration. You have to have inspiration. You have to have something to ignite that interest within you. And they're bored, and that's all it boils down to. There needs to be a more interactive source of education and how they're implementing and doing. So yeah, that's the difference between the education that I see associated with like where you are and where I am. And I know not all schools in Pakistan and you know not all schools in India are going to be the same, but there's so much effort that is put into interaction with the students, and not only that, but having more global knowledge that is not contained in a book. And I think that's the most important, is that they are teaching them things that are real life. And we're in the time of education and knowledge of now, and it needs to be taught now is when you need to be opening your mind to what is happening now and in the future, and not focusing on like past not necessarily. I don't know, there just needs to be change. There needs to be change in how education works here in the United States.
Okay, madam. Thank you
I
very
have a
much.
16-year-old,
Good
so
time that you have given me. And in this way, I got learned a lot of things from you as well, because the way, the capacity, the things, and training, based on training, you have shared insight knowledge that you're having. So definitely, a lot of audience, they what this got connected. They might have learned a lot of things from you at the same time. The question that I raised as well, might be they having some answer to the question they might be having in the mind. So, madam, because we just want to have, another session. I was saying to you that we just need to have another session based on the being a poetess, because you're a poet as well. So in this way, I would ask you, I would like to conduct a different session, another session based on your, creativity that you have produced as a piece of literature based on a poetry. So I'll be
oh
looking
sure,
forward
yeah.
to have.
Yeah, that would be fine. I'm always open for that. Poetry is a huge part of my adult life. As a writer, I got back into writing about maybe 3 years ago, and I have been on many live shows. I've done many interviews, performances. Um, I'm in the process. I literally have 8 books that are opened in files right now that I'm working on. That's going to be published in the next couple of years. Um, I'm published with writers in Pakistan, Bangladesh, India. Writing is a huge part of my life. It's
Okay.
art is a
So
big
that's
expression for me, but poetry is even bigger.
So definitely that's great, because in Pakistan, so I'm teaching at universities when this way, a lot of literature which is being taught over here, that are now that's a part of our syllabus. They are American poet and British poet, so they are
Hmm.
studying from the age of Shakespeare, from the age of not only Shakespeare but before that, within time period. So since
Hmm.
then we're just studying about that, what is happening with the Elizabethan time period, and but before, in even though French Revolution was came over there, and what was happening over then, and then we studied about as 19th century literature based on Britain, like a novel, poetry, dramas. At the same time, feminism was raised in the 19th century, so we studied about that as well. And later on, we started to study about the Byron and P.B. Shelley, William Wordsworth, John Keats. So these are the poets that we started to study as well later on. But American poets, we also studied about that. So in this way, I just want to just tell you regarding this, that definitely I'll be here when you will be sharing your piece of literature. So definitely a lot of audience who are, I mean, attached with me. So they'll be liking like your literature, because literary people always like to have such a person who likes to write by himself or herself. Definitely
Hmm.
that is acknowledged. Nobody is over there like right, and nobody is there does not are liked by others. So literature, whether it is everywhere in that any part of the world, that is appreciated if it is a good piece of art. So art, poetry is also a piece of art, as you know that we have studied about Aristotle. So and Plato's discussion that was going on in the past. So Aristotle was of the opinion that piece of poetry is just a form of creativity, innovation, and all that spontaneous flow, form of feelings, and all that. But still, I feel that definitely that is revealed by God, and nobody can deny about this aspect that poetry
Mhm.
is not something like fabricated and manipulated. It is just revealed by God. God
Mhm.
sends some sort of ideas and that started to write in the form of poetry. It is
Yeah,
not something like it. They are somewhat
absolutely.
supernatural. I would simply say these are supernatural people. That are not common
Mhm.
people. They are supernatural. They're having their world class.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm not just talking that you are just a writer. I'm just telling you in this context because poets are very sensitive. They they observe the world minutely as compared to the other people. They like to
Yes.
watch things more. They're sharp observer. They know about the things that what are the things going
Yeah.
on and like, is the
Yeah.
reality of the things and all that. So,
Very
madam,
much.
thank you very much for your precious time. So, would at the last, what the message that you would like to give to the people who are associated? Because today we discussed about the training, and what is your opinion regarding the things that? What is your perception? Or what the message that you would like to give to the audience who are attached to that? That what they should need to do to improve their self confidence and
Hmm.
self improvement, how they can improve their standard and their mentality, their approaches, and all that. What would you like to say?
I always tell everyone, don't ever stop learning. Don't ever stop growing. Don't second guess yourself. If you feel a nudge to pursue something, pursue it. Even if it falls through and it's not something that you carry out, you learn something from every single thing that you try to do. And if you do not have faith in yourself and the confidence that you can do absolutely anything that you want to do, and anything, you can do anything that you want to do and that you put your mind to. That's the bottom line. And you're always held.
That's a great message. Really great message. Inspiration for the people who like to listen such types of motivational speaker like you. So
Yeah.
you have shared a very mindful message that you have shared.
Yeah. Don't
So
be afraid to
thank
make mistakes. It's okay. You
Okay,
know,
okay. Madam, thank you very much for your precious time. So we'll be having another session based on
absolutely.
poetry. So see you till then. Goodbye. So see you
I look
soon.
forward to it. Thank you. Peace, love. Take care.